That's me on the screen after baby number 7. I did this weightlifting workout. I have a 5-week program, got myself back in shape, and then I quit on myself and I gained a lot of weight, but I'm back at it now. I'm on a mission to get myself back into a better state of health and back in shape and back to a healthy weight. And I'm taking it one day at a time, 1 week at a time. And I've been at this for an entire year, and I have lost, in total, I've lost about 15 pounds. I know that may not sound like a lot, and I did that just walking a mile every single day. So that was from January 2024 up until November 2024. In November 2024, I began walking 2 miles every single day. So I upped my amount of, cardio. And in addition to that, I added in 20 hours of fasting and my weightlifting, and just in that month alone I lost 8.8 pounds. So yeah, I wish I had started all of this January 2024, but here I am, January 2025, and I am making gains. So I know 2025 is going to be my year to get back to my great state of health, and I want you all to be there with me and do it with me. We can all do it together and inspire one another. Today has definitely been quite a busy day. And it's been very long. So I'm trying to get this video out to you all. I'm going to get it up. I definitely finished exercising at like 6:30, 7:30 this morning. I'd already, recorded this video. And I just had to do the voiceover. I had to get a chance to sit down, find some quiet time, find time to just record my voice without, children in the background talking and, doing whatever, playing all day long. So as you all know, I'm a mother of 7 and I stay busy all day long. So I'm just trying to get this video out to you all so that you all can see that I'm still making gains. I'm still making progress. I'm still at it. Every single day, I'm doing what I said I'm going to do, and I am definitely reaching my goals. The great part about being on a weight loss journey or a health journey is that knowing that if I just do exactly what I said I'm going to do, if I do exactly what I started out, saying I was going to do, then I know everything is going to fall into place. I know everything that I'm trying to accomplish and the progress that I'm trying to get to will come as long as I keep going day after day after day. Now, of course, doing this day after day after day, it's kind of like, it's a lot of repetition. It's, a lot of, I got to wake up at 5 a.m. I got to get dressed. I gotta, get ready, and, I just gotta get through these exercises. And once I get through the exercises, I know the rest of my day is going to be so wonderful. The rest of my day, I'm going to feel so accomplished, and I always feel so accomplished once I finish my exercises. I have to walk my 2 miles. I have to do my weightlifting for 20 minutes. And then on top of that, I have to go the entire day until 2 p.m. fasting, because I always fast from 6 p.m. the previous day to 2 p.m. the current day. Fasting for 20 hours a day, it just feels like the norm for me now. When I initially started fasting, it was a little bit difficult at first, but not too difficult, because I'm fasting from 6 p.m. until 2 p.m. the next day. So think about all those hours I'm sleeping. I'm busy getting the children ready for bed. I'm busy, doing household things. I'm busy, just taking care of things that need to be taken care of. And it makes my time go by super fast. So before I know it, every single day, I'm looking at the clock. I'm like, oh man, it's 1:30. It's 1:45. It's almost 2 o'clock. It's almost time for me to eat. It goes by so quickly. So that's why I chose to fast for the hours of 6 p.m. to 2 p.m. that's like the time frame that's like super duper easy for me. Um, I think I tried fasting once before, and I think I probably like 2 years ago. And my fasting time, I would stop eating at like, I want to say 8 p.m. or 10 p.m. And then I'd start eating again the next day at about 12 p.m. So, but during that time, I was breastfeeding a baby that wasn't a year old yet. That's why I try to share with mothers on my channel different types of information because, I have 7 children, so I've gained a lot of knowledge when it comes to breastfeeding and, C-sections and VBACs and all that good stuff. I know a lot of stuff about that. So if any of you mothers, on my channel, any of my viewers, you have any questions about anything pertaining to, having children, just ask me in my comment section. I'll definitely answer your questions. I do have a few videos on when I birthed my seventh child, my only son, and also I think another video explaining my VBAC stories. Yeah, so if any questions regarding any of those things, don't hesitate to ask me down below in the comment section. I'll definitely share the information that I have and how I might feel about certain issues. But yeah, so back to the issue of fasting. What I was going to share was definitely if your baby is under 1 year old, don't try to fast because I actually tried that before my baby was a year old, and I definitely saw a decrease in my milk supply. And because I was going so long without eating, of course, your body uses the food that you're eating to break it down and to increase your milk supply. So if you're going long hours without eating, what's going to happen is your milk supply is going to decrease. And what you're going to notice is that your baby's not going to be gaining, the weight that your baby should be gaining. But see, I'm an experienced breastfeeding mother, so when I realized that, it only took me like a couple of days to realize, I think my milk supply is kind of changing. I think I better stop this fasting thing. So I definitely did stop it. And, I didn't, get back to trying fasting until my baby. He's 3 now, but he was like 2 years old when I began to do the 20 hours of fasting. So, he's eating solid foods. He can feed himself, all that good stuff. And, so my milk supply, decreasing during that time was not a big deal. And I didn't find it to be a big deal either. But I definitely do find it to be a big deal if your baby is under 1 year old, because those are critical months that your child needs the nourishment from your breast milk if you so choose to breastfeed. So, I mean, I don't think this applies to anyone who chooses not to breastfeed because, um, you're not relying on your body to produce the milk that your baby needs, right? Um, so definitely be mindful of that if you're choosing to fast. Fasting is very beneficial. It could be very beneficial, but if there are reasons and circumstances that you shouldn't be fasting, definitely don't do it. Another alternative to fasting is just count your calories and make sure you're eating the right foods and the right nutrients and staying within that, caloric range. And you'll also see the results as well, because I did do that method after I had baby number 6. So after doing that, after baby number 6, doing the caloric deficit, I was eating like 1,500 calories a day. I'm talking about, if I can find my notebook, you know what? I do have a health plan that I drafted up, and I was following myself. I had all the types of foods that I was eating, everything that I could consume, anything that was on the list. That's the only thing that I would allow myself to choose from when it came to the 1,500 calories of eating every single day. And there was a variety of foods on there. It was stuff that I was enjoying eating. It was very nutritious. And it was also, something that was, um, very beneficial to me because I was, breastfeeding as well during that time. So I'll find that list of foods that I created um, that helped me to stay in that 1500 calorie range. And I was able to drop a lot of weight doing that as well. And I mean, it came off super, super fast because on top of the 1500 calories a day, I was also weightlifting and I was also walking. But I do want to say, I do remember, I can't remember, yes, I was. I was going to the gym, probably like twice a week. And I was going and I was weightlifting. I was doing the squat machines. I was doing all the machines that were there and available to me. And I had this, game plan. When I went in the gym, I would do a certain amount of reps on each machine. I would go into the sauna and sweat, which is really something that I really need right now. I need to add that into my fitness regimen because, you know, the water weight that I had on me before I began walking in January 2024, I've really shed a lot of that water weight. But I also know that I have more that I need to sweat out. So definitely should be going to a sauna and, sitting in there. And those saunas feel so good. They're so relaxing, especially after you've been exercising and you've been getting that hard work in, you've been lifting weights and you've been doing your cardio, and then you go off in there and you sit in that hot sauna. That feels so wonderful. I think I used to go in there and sit in there about 20 minutes. That's really all it takes because, sitting in there longer than that, I don't think it's really recommended because you're doing a lot of sweating. You need to come out, drink you some water, cool off. But, I never found any reason to be, taking a break and then going back in. I would do my 20 minutes and then I'd be, just done with the sauna. But I think that is super beneficial. So, if you're someone who can't fast, you can't fit that into your lifestyle or, for any type of reason, most definitely write you out a game plan of, how you're going to, eat throughout the day. Go ahead and write down your breakfast, your lunch, and your dinner, and calculate the calories that you're consuming. And I guarantee you, if you stick to that, for the duration of your health journey, you're going to see yourself shed the pounds as well. There's more than one way to lose weight. There's such a variety of ways to lose weight, and most importantly, they all have basically one thing in common. If you remain consistent, you will see the results. You have to do it day in, day out. No matter how you're feeling, no matter how much, you're busy and, you have a lot of things to do in your life, you have to just make time, whether it's in the morning, noon, or at night. You have to make time to get your workout in. And, you probably could also just space it out throughout the day. But see, I'm the type of person, I like to just get it all out the way at one time, preferably in the morning time, because I'm so busy that if I were to wait until the evening time to exercise, I guarantee you it would not get done. Because I can tell you at least by 6 p.m., I'm like super tired. And like right now, I'm laying in the bed and it's 9 p.m. and I'm doing the voiceover for the video that I recorded way this morning, but I've been doing so many things that I just hadn't had the opportunity to just sit down and have a quiet space and just record this voiceover so that I can go ahead and get this video out to you all. I know that you're all waiting on the video, and I normally get it up by 6 p.m. every day, but please give me mercy this time. I'll do my best to make sure that I have it, up at 6 p.m. every night from now on. Today was just such a busy day. It was a very busy day. And I mean, it was a busy day and I kind of got off track. What got me off track today? I'm not really sure. I think I was kind of just, chilling today. I was just kind of taking it easy today. So I wasn't, like when it came to cooking lunch, I wasn't rushing. I was just taking my time and enjoying the process. And, you know, I just wasn't feeling rushed today. I just wanted to, do what I needed to do because, I had exercise this morning and I just felt like there's no need to rush things today. So I, I I had to take, more time to, edit the previous video that I put out earlier. So hopefully you all watched that as well. I did include some wonderful information in that video that I posted earlier. Of course, I had to throw in my motivational speeches, and also I included, my first 30 days that I journaled for walking 1 mile a day. I did put that video clip in there. So if you haven't seen that, go please check it out. It has some good information on there. You can see how I was, giving myself a check mark every single day with every mile that I was walking. I mean, I was only walking. I wasn't doing anything else. I wasn't lifting weights. I wasn't doing anything. I was just walking. I would go outside my front door. I'd walk my mile and I'd come back in and I'd feel accomplished for the day. And I'm happy that I was able to do that for so long because it helped me to develop a level of consistency that got me to where I am today, walking 2 miles, doing 10 miles a week and doing weightlifting 5 days a week, and also ultimately being able to withstand fasting for 20 hours a day, because it takes a lot of willpower. But I don't want y'all to try going full throttle when you come into a fitness journey because it will most definitely burn you out and you'll see how tough it is and you won't want to keep doing it. So I definitely do recommend start out slow. And when I say start out slow, I'm talking about walk a mile a day. That's starting out slow. I'm not talking about, and walking a mile a day, it's a hurdle in itself because if you're not used to walking a mile a day, it's going to be difficult. And it was very difficult for me starting off. I didn't just do it and I was like, oh, this is easy. No, after like mile number 7, I started struggling. I was so hyped up in the beginning, those days 1 through 7. I'm like, oh, this is easy. I can do this. But after day number 7, I began to like get tired. And I remember so you'll see my journal entry if you watch my previous video that I just uploaded. You'll see that on day number 7, I can't remember what the other day was, but I wrote how I was feeling, kind of not defeated, but exhausted on day number 7. And there was another particular day, I can't remember what the date was, but I was able to make it through, and I know that you can too. Just make yourself a schedule. Stick to it, do what you say you're going to do for yourself, and everything will fall into place. There is absolutely nothing more rewarding than accomplishing goals. I'm telling y'all, I cannot believe that I can actually say I have been on this health journey for an entire year. An entire year. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? Do y'all know how proud I am of myself? I'm so proud that, I just want to share it with others that it's possible to get your health in order. I know it might seem like a waste of time. I know it might seem hard to even just get started and see that it's possible to remain dedicated to your fitness journey for an entire year and beyond. Because when you get started, don't ever stop. Don't ever get, to a place where you feel like you don't need to continue exercising and eating right just because you've reached your goal. This fitness journey is lifelong. We're not going to stop just because we get to a place of comfort or get to a place of where, we've gotten to our goal weight or we've gotten to our goal health goal. We're going to continue doing this week by week by week. because health is something that has to be maintained lifelong. I was on the phone speaking to my mother today, and she was telling me, I was telling her how I'm still walking my 2 miles and up weightlifting and all of that good stuff. And she told me, yeah, she did yoga today, and she's been doing Tai Chi and that kind of thing. And I told her to keep it up because, as we get older, the less we move, the less we're able to move, okay? The more we, just stay consistent exercising and just getting up every day or at least 3 times a week and, doing something, our bodies will make sure that we're still able to get around like we need to and that we're still able to do things that we need to do. And so I'm so proud of my mom for, getting her fitness in, her exercising in, and making sure that she just stays busy. She was telling me how, she can't just sit around and do nothing. And see, that's what I'm talking about. My mother is, 60, let me get this right. She's in her 60s, okay? Let's just say that. We don't need to pinpoint it. But, she's in her 60s, and I'm proud of her for, making the effort to make sure that she can keep her mobility and keep her independence. So that's what I'm saying to you all. Just keep going no matter what. The benefits are there. And if you know what I'm talking about, it's because you've made the effort to make sure that you're exercising on a regular basis. And you know the difference between when you didn't exercise and now that you exercise. There's always going to be a big difference. You're going to feel so much better in your body knowing that you've been putting in the work and, you just feel better overall. And that's what I love about the fact that I've been on this health journey for an entire year. And I always say, that, I've been exercising and fit my entire life. And I've only had 2 instances where I got out of shape, even after having 7 children. The first time I got out of shape was when I hit 30. And then the second time I got out of shape when I was almost 40. Okay. And those were very significant times in my life that I can remember gaining weight like so quickly and didn't know what was going on. But the same thing happened each time. I stopped exercising. Take it from me. Don't let that be you, because where you're going to end up at is not a very fun place. It's not a fun place at all. And I just wish I never got to that point. But I'm making an effort to improve, and I'm very proud of myself, and I'm very proud of you all out there as well. So keep up the great work, and we've got this.